So one of the solutions that was suggested was to be able to fast track potential NHS staff members and their immigration appeals. So in doing that, it means that those that are able to work within the NHS can still continue to live within the UK and have, legal status within the UK too. On the first off, on the back, does anyone have any thoughts to that? Do you guys think that's a good idea? Do you think that's a bad idea? What do you think?
I think it's a good idea because obviously the NHS is something that we're kind of short-staffed in.
Yeah.
So it would be really beneficial to have that process. I know it's kind of favouritism of certain migrants over others, but it's kind of go for a system of taking what we need, and those are people we need.
So this is, again, purely for skilled workers, right? So the idea is to have skilled workers that are able to go through this, okay? But then, in saying that, does that mean that we don't need the unskilled workers that come through the system as well? We then try to say that we must have people that can work within these types of organisations, like the NHS, but then the other ones that are slightly more unskilled, but we do still need, are going to be left behind.
I mean, one potential solution to that is kind of the Australia system where you take what you need. So if we need unskilled workers, we'll take them. If we need like certain skilled workers, we'll take them, kind of like that.
So I think what's important to remember is that our aim here is to have an effective healthcare system, and if we feel like the effectiveness is being diminished by EU workers leaving, then I think it's vital to do this. If we feel like there's an alternative where we can, in the long term, add more funding into medical degrees for people so that we can actually produce more doctors, then that's obviously a solution too.
So my problem with it is that I feel like it's a way to socially cleanse our society from them, like you were saying earlier, the undesirable migrants. Because then in this conception, people that work within the NHS, obviously they are very, very, we want them, essentially. But then in doing that, I feel as if we're just shoving our back towards anyone else that may or may not want to be within the UK. And with that being the mindset, do we then think that those workers are even going to want to work in the UK if that is what we're going off on?
So, I think we genuinely have to remember that there are certain people in the UK who just don't have access to certain opportunities.
Yeah.
Period. When I've grown up in London, so I've had the opportunity to go and volunteer in certain organisations, and I've had a house to stay in that I haven't had to pay for. There are multiple other people who live in cities outside London where the only way that they could do what I've done is if they had somewhere to stay for free in London because they're essentially working and not getting paid. So there needs to be opportunities created for these people who really and truthfully have been left behind. I'm not saying that the direct result of that should be sending people back to their countries, but we need to consider them as well. And healthcare is one area in which that can happen, whether that is putting more focus and attention into developing talent in certain areas that have been left behind, so that they can be the future of the healthcare system as well. I think that's just a group that we can't forget in this whole debate.
Obviously, that's a good long-term response, but in the short term, if EU workers are they don't want to be kind of working for our NHS anymore, that's going to have a massive short-term knock-on effect.
Yeah, exactly.
So we kind of need to think in the short term as well.
So I agree with that. The one remedy would be to give people sort of short to mid-term visas. But then again, I don't think that's a remedy at all, because I don't think people would accept that.
No.
If you say to someone you've got stay for 5 to 10 years and then you have to apply again, because they know that within that 5 to 10 year period they can train more doctors, that is sort of the alternative that you would want in terms of developing British talent, but I don't think it's the alternative that is desirable for the EU talent that is here already.
It's also risky because you could go and say, we're going to develop British talent, then we might have enough British talent, and then you've kind of lost these guys. So
yeah.
I personally think that, it seems like a very, very good idea, but I feel as if if you are to make the disparities amongst people, it can be very, very dangerous. And that's where I feel a lot of the problems may lie. And if you were to, again, to have this type of policy and say that, well, we want these types, but we don't want them types, in my mind, I would have thought that those that we want as being desirable, not as many of them would want to even be here, because why would they? We want them purely because they are a doctor, not because they are X, Y, Z. Human with many other talents. Yeah, exactly.
But do you not think when it comes to situations like this where we have to negotiate and make rational, very blunt decisions, that aspect of things does have to be compromised in some sense?
I don't think so.
You can't take everyone's individual circumstances into account.
Of course, and then we'll still. I mean, I don't know how the asylum system is going to work after Brexit, but we'll still have the opportunity for people to come here and seek asylum. And in a sense, they are undesirable migrants to an extent. Yeah. So if we still have those type of systems in place, then isn't there that sort of trade-off that we take people that have the skills that we want, so we are picking and choosing in that sense, but we still have like humanitarian responsibilities that we live up to, through like the treaties, like the UN, whatever. So,
but then if we're going to be living up to them standards, them human rights standards in other countries, but we're not doing it within our own country, then how does that really work?
A lot of other countries don't have open borders.
I'm not trying to argue that necessarily, but I'm saying within that example that you just gave, as in like we have the we should be upholding X, Y, Z human rights standards, but if we're not doing that within our own country, where there are people that are suffering with excluding them from our society, then who are we to say that we should be? We are the.
So you feel that having a more restrictive immigration system is actually anti-human rights?
Yes.
Okay.
I do think that.
But we can't take everyone, and obviously it's bad that these generalisations have to be made, but sometimes it's kind of a necessary evil to say, we'll take people when we need them, because obviously we can't take everyone.
Yeah. And I think again, bringing it back to this specific point of what makes the healthcare system most effective, I think we have to agree that in the short term, EU doctors and nurses leaving is a bad thing, and that hole needs to be plugged.
And I feel like in order to plug that hole is to have a proper immigration policy that is
generally inclusive.
Yeah, inclusive. That's exactly what I'm looking for. That is inclusive for all, not just inclusive for the workers that we somewhat